Morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. So, Tip is one of the companies that recently shared or disclosed their quarter one financial statement for 2026, and I want to analyze it with you guys real quick. I already have it downloaded here, and if you go over here, you can see the actual statement. With the revenue, gross profit, um, you know, PBT, which is the profit before tax. All of that is what you can see here. I just kind of like just tried to make it clearer, and I'm trying to interpret it for you guys who are holding Tip. If you're wondering if you should buy more Tip or hold and all of that, this video is for you. Again, I added the calculations here for you guys. For those of you that want to learn how I calculate these things, if you want to calculate total asset, it's basically the total equity plus the total liabilities, and then you get the total asset. So I'm going to be leaving these calculations here for you guys, and I'm using the balance sheet first investment framework that I used to pretty much analyze both Nigerian and US stocks. So as you can see, in the last quarter, Tip has done really wonderful. It's done really well in a span of 3 months. If you look at the liquidity is still very green, right up there. For loans, like I said before, I really don't think you guys should worry about this one because they are pretty much debt free in a sense. And I don't think you should be stressing about this. Like, these are like really small numbers. Then for the asset quality, I'm going to talk about this one a bit, and this is really where we should be looking at, in terms of like the trade receivables and the overall asset quality. I am going to speak on that briefly. Equity strength is looking also solid. Again, I added some of the calculations here so you would understand how I arrived at these numbers, and it's pretty much the same way anyone who analyzes these stocks would calculate these things. So their operating cash flow is still on the positive side. They have strong cash generation overall, so that's a very good thing. Then for the stress test, I also don't think you guys should worry about this, but I'm going to speak on it a bit. So overall, I think that Tip is still very solid, really solid. It's one of the best stocks on NGX right now, right? But there is something I noticed with Tip. If you go all the way down to, let me show you the asset quality bit. You can see here it says asset quality, 75% receivables overdue, 206 day collection period. This is the part I wanted to heavily speak on, because what this means is that at the moment, Tip would usually take a lot of days, over 90 days actually, to get paid for some of the services they offer in a sense. So they currently have around 8.18 billion naira sitting in money owed to us, right? Out of 13 billion naira in total. So it's like 6 out of every 10 naira on their balance sheet, is still being expected in a sense from customers. So that's where, when I say money owed to us, that's what I mean. So on average, Tip is waiting 206 days, to collect cash. So they deliver a service today, but on average, they don't see the cash for nearly 7 months. That's a very long time, to run a business on credit. So that's why this asset quality part is weak, but I don't think you guys should worry about it, because it's weak, but it's not it's not horrible yet. Because if it's horrible, what Tip would do is they will, when a company suspects that customers won't pay, it books a provision in a sense, just setting aside money as a cushion. So Tip didn't raise any new provision this quarter, even though the overdue balances are large. This could mean that, of course, profits are looking better than they really are. So because of that, I'm saying you guys should not stress about it for now. There are so many other things, some nuances here as well. But again, don't stress about it at all. So there's like a 2.1 billion naira that they spent on equipment that is still in transit. So that's the asset in transit bit, where basically it's classified under receivables. It's real money gone out of the door with nothing physical to show for it. But if delivery delays further, it stays stuck like that. So we are also seeing that as well. But in the meantime, I think that TIP is really doing well. I think that is still a solid stock on the NGX. This is just Q1 report, right? I've gone over the full year report with the rest of the guys on the WhatsApp group, and it was pretty impressive. It was pretty impressive. Everything else is really looking solid with tips. I still think that this stock is going to go up higher than the current price. Let me pull the current price up real quick, and let's see. So this is the stock bubble report for today. As you can see, TIP is currently 30 naira per share, 30.6 naira per share. I wish I can zoom this in for you guys, but I really hope you can see. As you can also see, there's some volume on the upside today, and in the last 24 hours, we're looking at TIP. In the last 24 hours, it's 1.6 million. That's huge. As you can see, it's already 9% up today. So I think that TIP is still going to go farther than it is right now. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. These are just thoughts. Do your own research, and I will see you on the next video.